The next scientist was a Russian scientist called Dmitry Mendeleev. This was the periodic table, okay, of his Mendelev's periodic table. Now, can you see this table is given in your book on uh, page number 18. Page number 18, okay. As you can see, page number 18 is there. But I will take a little better group, okay, little better table. So this is already there on your in your this thing book on page 18. So I'll go to the next one. This is the Mendeleev's periodic table, but in the format is little different. It is more clear to easy to understand. Okay, this is the original periodic table, and now this is the modified periodic table. Modified. Okay, why modified? Afterwards, when new elements were added and all that, that's the modified version. So what did Mendeleev do? If you can see here, he made how many groups were made? Here, can you see? There were 8 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now these 3 columns they come under the same group. Okay, remember that. Okay, and how many what you call periods were there? Periods means rows. 1, okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this was the 7th row. Okay, so 7th row there were 7 what you call 8 groups and 7 periods. Okay, so his table had a proper systematic thing. No, he also arranged the elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Can you see? First is 6.1.01, then came 6.9, then 9, 10.8. Can you see the atomic mass is increasing? 19, then comes 23, 24, 27, 28.1. Okay, so he arranged them in the increasing order of the atomic masses. Okay, let's see what were the merits. Okay, in the other 2 things, Dobriner and Newland, we learned the demerits. We concentrated more on the demerits or limitations. But Mendeleev's we learned the merits also, because and the demerits. Demerits means the limitations, the disadvantages of okay, the problems in this table. So let's see the merits of Mendeleev's periodic table. In 1869, Mendeleev, Dmitry Mendeleev, the Russian scientist, was the first, very important, to classify all the known elements at his time. The first person to classify all the known elements. Before this, Dobriner, he could only classify 5 elements. He made only 5 triads, 15 elements, 5 triads he made. What about Newland? He could not classify all of them. But this Mendeleev, he was able to classify all the known elements. Not like Newland and Dobriner, who could classify only some elements. Okay, but he was the first person, so he is the first guy to classify all the elements which were discovered during his time. Atomic masses of some elements were revised in accordance with their properties. For example, beryllium, the atomic mass was wrongly calculated by the previous scientists and all, okay, as 14.09, but this guy he corrected 14, he corrected to 9.4. He said, Baba, no, atomic mass of beryllium is not 14, but it is 9.4. Now, very important, the third important point, Mendeleev kept vacant places for undiscovered elements. Now, remember Newland, he had not kept spaces for new elements in his table. Okay, but this guy, this person, he kept vacant places for undiscovered elements. So 3 of them were Eka boron, Eka aluminum, and Eka silicon with atomic masses 44, 68, and 72 respectively. He even predicted their properties based on the table. He also predicted their properties, and later these elements were named as scandium, gallium, and germanium respectively. And they are predicted, not only this, when the elements were discovered, the predicted property which was predicted by Mendeleev matched the actual properties. Now, if you want, you can refer the page number table on page 19. Okay, if you go to page 19, boys, okay, can you see? They're giving you one example: Eka aluminum and gallium. Eka aluminum. Okay, now respectively means samjho. Either there are spotlight with hand. Just look at the spotlight here. Eka boron was called scandium, first 1 to 1. Eka aluminum was called gallium, and Eka silicon was called germanium. The word respectively means 1 to 1. Eka boron is first here, so he became scandium. He was named Eka aluminum. What he called Eka aluminum was became gallium later on, and Eka silicon was named as germanium. Now let's see the table on page 19. As I said, if you see the first one, atomic mass 68. He had predicted what will the atomic mass be, 68, and what it came to around 69.7. So he was almost right. He had told that the gallium Eka aluminum ka density he had predicted as 5.9, but when it was discovered it was 5.9, so only a difference of 0.04. Okay, so as you can see, and he had said the nature of the oxide, the sixth one, I'm just going quickly, was amphoteric, and here also, and when they found it here also, it was amphoteric oxide. Okay, I hope you know what is amphoteric oxide. You have learned in your lower classes. Okay, now let's go to the table. I'll show you where he had kept spaces for this Eka boron, Eka aluminum, and Eka silicon. Okay, so I'm going backwards. Can you see here? So can you see, look at this? Can you see here? See here, this was a place for Eka boron, Eka aluminum, and Eka silicon. Eka boron, Eka aluminum, Eka silicon. And then can you see he had kept some gaps here for the undiscovered elements? He was a very smart fellow. He kept the gaps, and here also can you see there are gaps here. Here also there is a gap. So he kept gaps in his periodic table for the undiscovered. He said that if God has made 40 and he had put like that, no, he knew that there will be these elements will be discovered one day. And let's see, as I said, no, now let's see where is, and you see a scandium, gallium, and germanium. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Scandium, gallium, and germanium. Those three empty spaces which I showed you here, three spaces were filled up by scandium, gallium, and germanium. I hope it is clear. So let's go to the next one. There was no place reserved for noble gases in this table, but when the noble gases were discovered, okay, they were discovered during the time of Newland, if you remember, 1894 roughly. They discovered Mendeleev created an additional zero group without disturbing the original periodic table. So when the noble gases were discovered, his table did not get flopped like Newland का तो पूरा टेबल का वाट लग गया, चौपट हो गया, उसका पूरा लॉ का वाट लग गया. But here, if you see, can you see the modified periodic table? He added one group for just the noble gas. Can you see helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon? So he could accommodate all of them in a separate group. Okay, it's the discovery of noble gases did not upset his table or did not flop his table. It didn't make it. His table was, he could successfully accommodate the newly discovered noble gases. Okay, he could. I hope it's clear. So these are the merits of Mendeleev's periodic table.